Hello and welcome back to more of The Room, where in the last episode we completed the first chapter of the game, and today we will be completing the second chapter of the game, in which we have these three seals which stand between me and the contents of the box. Okay, so 3 different seals to open, which means 3 different sets of puzzles to solve, and we're going to be solving all of them in this video. So first things first, we're going to right click to back out. We're going to move our way over to this little pillar right here, and then spin this thing around in a clockwise manner to reveal a little something for us up here. Looks like a miniature telescope. So let's click on it to examine it closer, and then align this inner circle so that it lines up with the arrows on the top and bottom like so, and that will expand it into a full-on telescope. Now that we have that, what we're going to want to do is back out of this again, spin our way over to this spot right here, double click on this little thing right at the bottom of the box, spin it clockwise to reveal a short piece of cotton. It smells of paraffin. Now that we have that, what we're going to want to do is back out once more. I said back out once more, and this time we are going to want to go over to this little pillar right here, because you notice there's a little bit of a slit between this and the rest of it. So let's click on it once to see what happens. And just look at that, there's a little book that's waiting in here for us. Now that we have this, we're going to click to examine the book a little bit closer, and then spin the circles so that the curved part is facing the inside, like this. And then you want to spin this so that the curved parts are facing the outside, so that the gray parts are on the left and the right. And then spin this around once more to align the curved part with the latch in the book to open it up. And inside we will reveal a key and a note. February 11th, my research continues at a snail's pace. With these barbaric instruments I can barely read anything at all, but there is something there. Between earth and fire, between water and air. I cannot see it, but I can see its presence. Like the shadow of the object without substance, yet betraying the shape and form of which casts it. It is the final element, null. It brings meaning to the rest, just as all the numbers of the world are meaningless without their zero. The circle are petty fools, blinded by their dark arts and their greed. Alchemy is not the pursuit of callow gold. It is the pursuit of this. Well, that was a nice little note. Now that that's been taken care of, what you want to do is back out once again, and this time we're going to go over to this little number puzzle right here. And we don't know the combination, but you'll notice that the outside of the numbers is a little bit shiny. Whenever you see this shiny substance, it means that you can use your eyepiece to look through it. So let's click on our eyepiece to look through, and we can see that there are numbers in the inside which we can use to solve the puzzle. So on the top we can see that there's a number 2, a number 5 on the left, a number 7 on the right, and a number 6 on the bottom. So now we know that to solve this puzzle we have to put 2, 5, 7, and 6. And then there's going to be a little switch that pops out. So let's go ahead and flick this down to reveal another section of the box on this side right here. Now what we want to do is double click on this compartment, insert the short piece of cotton we found earlier, and then spin this little wheel right here to cause it to spark. Pull the lever up like so, just to light up this part right here. Then you want to back out, place the telescope on the, okay, let's zoom in and then place the telescope in this little compartment right here. And now that you've done that, we can...
Sorry, I don't know that.
Okay, not a single person asked for your input, Alexa. Like, actually nobody. Off. Thank you. Goodbye. Well, not that little interruption's out of the way. Let's double click on the telescope right here and see what we can see. Nothing so far, which means there's still more work to do. So let's head around to this side right here, flip open the latch like so, put the key in the mechanism, and then turn it around clockwise. And now we can look through, but if you look through without your eyepiece, you're not going to see anything. So let's put on the eyepiece preemptively, look through the telescope. And as you can see, there is the box that we're currently working on spinning around the table, as well as the word trial written up there. Trial? Why yes, in fact, that is the word trial. Now it's going to be useful soon enough, so remember it for later. But before we do that, what we're going to want to do is we're going to have a little bit of a puzzle to solve. So let's put on our eyepiece once again. And the first thing you want to do is spin the outer circle so that these little wavy parts right here are at the very top, and this little thing right here is at the bottom. And then spin the circle just inside of it to align this little mustache looking thing up top. And then you want to spin the middle piece around to complete the little horns at top. I backed out accidentally. Complete the horns up top. And then once you do that, you are going to unlock a secret passage, or the door right here, to give you the letter L. And you may have already figured out what this is going to be useful based on what we just discovered in that little video, but in case you haven't, don't worry, you'll find out soon enough. We're going to go over to this little set of letters right here, and then spell out the word trial with the letters we'll find here. So we're going to put a T, an R, an I, an A, and then of course the last letter, which we just discovered, is the letter L. So let's put it in right here to cause this to fold back into the box. And with that, we have unlocked the first of the 3 seals. 2 more and I'll be in. Alright, so to open our next seal, what we're going to do... Oh, a little bit of a cutscene first. Alright then. Then to open our next seal, we're going to head over to this set of 4 little symbols right here. Now there's a little bit of a combination we need to find, and you can find it by looking at the 4... there's 4 of these with 3 lines and then a symbol. These are scattered all over the place. There's one here. There's one inside this cabinet right here. There's another one inside this number puzzle in the bottom left, like so. And there's another one up on the top of the box right here. So, you can look at those, or you can just have me tell you what they are. The top left one needs to be this circular symbol right here. The top right one needs to be the spiral. We saw this pattern in the last episode. The bottom left one needs to be this little structure, and then the bottom right one needs to be this little structure. Putting all those in the correct positions will give you a heavy cast iron key. And what we're going to do is we're going to now back out, head over to the box that just opened up right here, go to the top. I said go to the top right here. We'll read the note. Sure, why not? May 8th, McAllister returns with the rubbings from Egypt. The pattern continues. The Tibetans call the null element space. To the Hindus, it's aether. And now to the Babylonians, it's simply up. The other direction, the return, or the realm of Ishtar. Of yet more significance is the recurring presence of the hexagonal glyph. The same symbol repeated in culture separated by countless centuries in the span of the globe. Who will tell me now that this is idle superstition at work? When my hands hold the first distilled sample, they will recognize me then. Presently, the skeptics have 1 more in their number. McAllister has quit my service. Now then, that's what I was going to do a second ago. We want to zoom in on the top of the box, slide this like so. Now, if you are playing on a mobile device, you have to physically tilt your iPad or whatever tablet or phone you're using to get these things into the position they need to be in. But because we're playing on a PC, what we want to do is we want to use the... we want to actually move the camera around like this. Doing that is what is going to allow you to tilt these balls in the 4 corners of the table. So you want to tilt it until that all 4 will be perfectly level, like this. Just getting this last one is going to be a little bit tricky. There isn't really any tricks and tips I can give you here, just a little... It's basically tilting the camera around so that you get it into a level position, which I've almost got here, just a little bit further turning. So close, and... Come on. A little bit more. Got it. There we go. Once all 4 have been tilted into a level position, we can put on our eyepiece and align this symbol of these 2 pieces of paper with the symbols on the wall to form the null image right here. And doing that is going to reveal a keyhole, which we can then put the heavy cast iron key in, turn it counterclockwise, and allow it to sink back into the box. Then that will release these latches so we can pull this out of the box and give us a small cabinet key, which we can then use in the front of this safe right here to open it up like so, and give us an enameled brass star. What we're going to do with this brass star is back out, and go to the top of the box, right over here. I just passed it. Put the star in the slot, and this is going to reveal to us another note. Let's go ahead and read the note. June 21st, take note of this date. It is the most significant in human history. I have done it! A human subject was required. The catalyst was my own being. Fatigued by my studies, I entered the chamber without disabling the mechanism. When I regained consciousness, I had succeeded. The null element is beyond curious, being neither quite energy nor matter. I have already made great strides in its study, specifically in how it refracts the light. Tonight, I open the wine. Now then, what we want to do is go over to this little square right here, and I mean it's a circular device, but there's a square image on the top, and rotates that this shaded part right here is facing the top right. Leave it there, that's going to be important later. Then we want to pick up this brass ring with markings around the edge, and then back out, bring it down to the side of this little box right here, put the ring around the center. You want to spin this to the right to hit the first 3 notches. There's, oh dear, I said you want to spin it to the right so that it hits the first 3 notches, and then spin it to the left to hit a 4th one, then spin it around to the right to hit the remaining 2, and that will open or allow you access to these 2 sliders right here. On mobile, you need to use 2 fingers to slide these up at the same time, but on PC you obviously can't do that. So what you want to do is put on the eyepiece when you will discover that there is actually a set of numbers back there, and those are what's going to tell you what positions you have to place these 2 sliders at, because you notice that there's actually numbers along the side here. So if you're on mobile, just slide them both up to the top all the way. If you're on PC, then you actually want to align the sliders with the numbers you see on that back plane right there. Once you do that, you can then pick up this key right here, and you'll notice that just like the last one, we can rotate these things on the end to better align it for the type of keyhole we need it for. So right now what we need is we need to align the keyhole so that it matches that symbol. So you want to rotate it so that it looks like this, and then from the bottom part you want to rotate it so that it looks like this. Once you have this symbol with the key, you can drag it into place, turn it around, and that will give you a circular plate with a star emblem. What you then want to do is back out, spin around to this part right here with the gear on top, drag the thing into the middle, and that will unlock the second of the 3 seals which you need to open this box. And a fair warning, this is definitely the most complicated of the 3 seals to unlock, so you want to pay very close attention to the things that I'm going to say. So the first thing that I recommend you doing is going down to this corner right here, sliding this triangle up, and then you want to let go of it, and then quickly rotate the triangle so that the shaded part is to the bottom left, and then you can let it drop. Now then, you want to spin around to the left side right here, rotate this this little circle so that the shaded part is facing the top left, and then you want to slide the switch like so, then rotate this switch in a clockwise manner to cause the entire box to shift upwards slightly. And now you can see why I've been rotating the circles the entire time. It's to get all of them facing the corners of the box. The last one we need to rotate is this circle right here. Rotate so that the shaded part is facing the bottom right. And doing so will allow us to pull open this drawer to give us an elastic band and a large cog. We can now use these things in helping us with the clockwork mechanism right down here. So what we want to do now is we want to take the large gear, put it right here, and then rotate the handle in a clockwise manner like so. And doing so is going to give us a small screwdriver. We can now use the small screwdriver on the other side of the box. As you may have seen, there are some screws here that can be undone, so you want to put the screwdriver on top of each screw, rotate it counterclockwise like so. And then once you've undone all of them, the plating will slide off, and now we can see that there is a button we need to push. Now on mobile, there are 2 buttons you need to push, and you need to push them both at a time in which the gears will have slid away. But on PC, there's only 1 button because obviously you can only have 1 finger input on PC. So you want to wait until the gears reveal a hole in the center to push the button, to freeze it, and then grab the key like so. Now, what we are going to use this key for is this keyhole right here. So we can try to put it in. It's not going to work because we need to orient it to fit this diagram on the back so that we can actually use it. So obviously, this one you rotate up all the way to the top so that it will fit the tall part. Then what you want to do is you want to arrange this, like flip this one to this side, flip this one to this side, and then flip this one to the left side. And now we can see it perfectly lines up with the diagram in the back. And now we can put the key in the slot, and it will open up, revealing to us yet another medium-sized cog which we can use to our advantage. So now what we want to do is back out. So now we can return back to the mechanism like so. Shift this in this direction to cause the gear right here to move to the right. Then put a medium-sized cog here, and then rotate the handle like this to open up this little hole right here to give us another medium-sized cog. Let's go back around here. You may have noticed that it said we can take this cog off if we needed to, so we're going to do just that. And put both medium-sized cogs right here, and then use the elastic rubber band that we found in order to connect these 2 together. I missed. Let's try that again. There we go. Now we can rotate them both like so, and that will get this piece working like so. Now what we want to do is we want to push this button in order to cause this to spin around, and it's going to reveal to us this right here. And this is a long, narrow steel tube. So what we want to do is we want to flip the up at the top right here to reveal some kind of small key, then pull a piece of paper out of this to reveal an old photograph on the, and at first glance it doesn't look like anything super interesting, but if we turn around to the back side, it says Rev 605. Remember that for later. So now what we want to do is we want to go around to this side of the box and use the small key we found, rotate it in a counterclockwise manner, put on the eyepiece, rotate this cylinder to get the top end of the null symbol, and then shift this block this way. And then we can align both these pieces by shifting the camera in this direction to get... No, I didn't want to back out. To get the full null symbol. No, shifted it too far. Like so. And then once you do that, you are going to get your hands on a small silver shield. And what are we going to do with the shield, you may ask? Well, we are going to put it on this golden knight right here. So let's put it on the knight like so. It will rotate around. We are going to be given an oval gemstone. We can then put this oval gemstone in the clockwork mechanism down here, put it in like so, and now what you'll notice is that we are actually given the ability to rotate this clock, or rotate this little thing in the middle, and it will move the clock hands like so. But what time could we possibly need? Well, remember when we saw 605 on the back of this photograph? What if that has any significance? So yeah, you want to rotate this clock so that the time which it reads out is going to be 6:05. And then once you do that, you will have unlocked the final seal of the 3. And that is the second chapter of the room completed. Chapter complete. Pleasing progress. But do you really think you have proven yourself yet? Alright, and that'll be for this episode. So, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one to catch you all tomorrow for some more of The Room. Goodbye.